see more? No, you wanna see more, but you honestly saw.
Life done slowed you down, your body is acting up, your mind is out of bounds, it's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source?
We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light me up, light me up, light me up, light me up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light me up, light me up, light me up, light me up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light me up, light me up, light me up, light me up. Hold up, y'all got a problem, my taste. More Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch of my savior. Hold up. Keeping that touch with my haters.
Being on some chill.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Brought in inside the 20. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Has a man on target to Johnson. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Irvin on the inside give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this one belongs to the Buccaneers.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But immediately then fumbling the ball right back over, that's none too good either. And they know they just fumbled away a critical opportunity. That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
Complete to number 7, Bucky Irving. First and 10 at the 18.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Run, 20. Start.
3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin.
Chase
for the
McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Nixon now to return it. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Check pitch. Here we go.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. This is ahead for about 5. And a play made by Jacob Parrish.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Yellow, 40, ready.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Packers get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Right side, this is Ibuka. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Nixon now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Ready.
Love now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed. There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's go. Red, 52 blue. Set.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
It's 4th down.
Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
At their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Kelsey's got it right side. And has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
From the gun, Mayfield. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Avoided one crisis on a dropped pick. Now they're facing another, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
And up to Jacobs to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. They went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Yellow. Here we go. Here we go. 50, green. Set.
Love out of the shotgun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Nixon now to return it. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Blue striker. Here we go. Cut.
Love back to it after the pick. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Forced out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Striker. 3-3.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard
Let's go.
line.
Jacobs running behind center. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Smack. Here we go. 10 black. 10.
Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Play action. Love. Vacates quickly left side. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And it's step one towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Squad red.
To the air with Love. Catch made. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And in a blink, they are out to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Complete now to the right side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
Tez Johnson.
1st down. Here's Baker. Finding Johnson once more. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Baker throwing again. And the pack gets home. They drop him. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Packers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. On now is McManus to kick this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Mayfield will look to throw. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That's good for a first down.
They give to Irving, left side. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain. Now down inside the 15. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Baker now off the play fake. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Irving on the counter. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Xavier McKinney.
Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Nixon now to return it. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Love from the gun. That's complete to Reed, out left. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Stop that time by Jamel Dean.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel. 3rd down.
Set. Red, yellow, red, blue, striker. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. He's got it complete to Reed. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Here we go.
Love now off the play action. Headed out right. That's caught out right by Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and it'll give the Packers the first.
10 cycles. Here we go. Ready.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
On the set.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Second and 12 at the
Come on,
Buccaneers'
set.
47-yard line.
33. Yellow. Set.
Love now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid third down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
10 black. Set.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. He'll have the first down and even more. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Set. Red. Set.
In the red zone on first. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So second down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throw is caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that will set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. We'll see them tackle second and goal after the break. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close.
Yellow. 43. Smash. Red. Hut.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense is down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal. An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. From the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete left side.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Baker. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A 10-yard gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
That's good for a couple of yards. And the conversion sets them up with a new set of downs.
2-yard line.
First down from the 42. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Baker now from the gun. The throw left side finds Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Hits his running back. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
2nd down. Mayfield to pass. Oh, brother. It's another interception. And the Packers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Kate, I got a pretty good idea that he is not letting go of that football. It's headed for his mantle and maybe his family. That's a guy who was a day 3 pick. Weren't even 100% sure he's going to make the roster. We just saw him get the first interception of his career. What a moment.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They stick with Jacobs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Air it out on 3rd. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Shotgun now for Love. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Run.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And they stop him before he can reach that marker. And now we've got a penalty flag out, too. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Backed up after that penalty. This is 3rd down. Here he is to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Let's go. Black, set, hunt.
They run it with Jacobs. He finds space into the red zone. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers push their lead to 18.
Buccaneers 20. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. We give to Irving to start this drive. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, here's Baker. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Upping the pace here as the clock continues to run. 1st and 10, here's Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. And that timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And incomplete. He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Alert, 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 alert.
Baker throwing again. He's got it near the 8. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Run, run, run.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Micah Parsons. A big loss on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Real.
One final shot here. And he's just going to throw this one away, Brock, and that means this game is over. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but